We're going to a suspicious vehicle in a driveway, and apparently someone has been knocking on the complainant's door for about 15 or 20 minutes, and she does not know who the person is, or she does not recognize the vehicle either. The update on the call says it's possibly the wrong house, and I believe the complainant made contact with the subject.
Radio the caller was 11. He said he was at the wrong house. She does not want to do that.
3215, I'm clear. I'm 10-7 in the area, just checking.
She said his truck was called.
So, update on the call is the neighbor made contact with the person knocking on the door. We drove by and identified a black truck with a roofing trailer behind it, and apparently they had the wrong address. So, it's basically a mistaken address, and we drove by, saw the truck with the equipment in the back, updated dispatch that it was a roofing company. I'm Officer McDaniel. I've been with Cobb County for going on 19 years. I have worked Precinct 3 and been in CIU 3. I had a temporary light duty assignment in HIDA, which is High Intensity Drug Task Force. Worked in the wire room temporarily, and currently assigned to Precinct 3 Day Watch. We are going to a LS1 call, signal 62. Basically, a female cut her wrists, and someone was called for assistance. We just responded to a medical call, and it was called in by a female and her boyfriend. We basically arrived to make sure the scene is safe for the medical personnel to go in and treat the patient and get them on their way. And in this case, everything was successful, and they're being transported to Kennestone Hospital for treatment. All right, we are going to a welfare check on a female who may be in mental crisis. We had the same call yesterday, went and knocked on the door. There was no contact with the female, but today the medical facility is calling and says she sent them a message, and they were concerned about her well-being, so we're going to try to make contact with her to see if she is all right or if she needs treatment. Anything? Well, she sent the message at 7 something last night, and we knocked on her door yesterday around 12, 11-ish.
He's gone.
Miss, if you're in there, can you come out and talk to us? We just want to check on you. 30-15, if you can have someone attempt to call her. I believe her phone number may be on the call notes from yesterday.
You got it? It's going to see. The last. Yeah, okay.
The PATH team is basically a team of that's comprised of a better qualified officers to deal with mental health issues and a clinician to evaluate the individuals that they make contact with to see if they do need any further assistance. Hi. Doing okay. Yeah. Okay. About the rental truck. Yeah. Can't complain. Y'all doing all right? Good. Good. Doing okay. How are you? Yeah. And do you have the VIN number for that truck? Okay. All right. Right now we are listing a stolen vehicle from Home Depot. It was a rental vehicle. It's basically overdue rental. The person rented the vehicle on the 16th and was supposed to bring it back on the 17th and did not. And they actually sent a letter out on the 25th of this month just notifying the person to return the vehicle, and there was no response from the person who rented it. Sometimes these vehicles get returned to different places, and sometimes they get stolen, and they just drive them around until they get recovered. Basically, right now I'm doing the report, list the vehicle on the system as stolen, and in the rental situations, most of the time, warrant procedures are advised for the business if they want to press charges on the renter. A lot of times I'll list the renter and verify if they're actually a real person, but sometimes people will use a fraudulent ID or something to rent a vehicle and just not return it. I'll reference to the accident where I was injured. I responded to a 3-car accident. The vehicles couldn't be moved, so we had to keep it in the turn lane. And while I was going to check on the patients in the back of the ambulance who were going to be transported, driver, I guess, may have had a medical incident and ran into the back of the ambulance while I was getting into it. Basically, my lower left leg below my knee was partially severed, and my lower right leg was crushed. And I was pinned between the vehicle. I had to be, they had to move the vehicle, and I was transported to Atlanta Medical Center for treatment by air flight. Initially, I've got the diagnosis that it was going to be left leg below knee amputation, and the prognosis was like it would be a recovery, and with the proper prosthesis, I could come back to full duty with maybe a step or two slower, but I could return to full duty if that's what I wanted to do. The process of healing mostly was for my broken right leg, which was completely shattered. I had to have a bone graft, screws, and at least 6 months non-weight bearing. Had to be sized for the prosthesis initially, and once that was started, I came back to work light duty as a switchboard operator and a PDO back to the headquarters in November of the same year, I believe. For the most part, it does. I do not have any ankle function on that side other than my weight against the prosthesis, but everything else is pretty normal. My knee has most of the range of motion, and I'm able to do mostly everything that I could do before.